Hey everybody, it's Jason, your handyman hero. Finally got a break in some of the weather here. We got a nice sunshiny day, so I thought I'd come out here and do a walk around of the trailers now that I've had them a couple of weeks. Had them out on a few jobs and kind of tell y'all what I love about them, what I'm not so wild about, and how I'm using these in my dumpster rental business. Let me turn the camera around and we'll get right to it. So the first thing y'all notice is I've already built the sides taller on one. These are 7 by 14 by 3 foot side, US built. They've got the front 3-stage hydraulics, which I absolutely love. They're a beast. The standard 3 foot size, based on calculations, they're 7 foot wide at the bottom, they're 8 foot wide at the top, where they come out over the fenders there. Best I can figure, the standard volume is about 12 yards, and this one that I've built up, I raised them up 14 inches, and I think that makes it about a 16 yard. 7,000 pound axles, 8 lug wheels, barn doors in the back. Both of them are the same there. Got slide-in ramps so you can load equipment. Got D-rings welded in the floor, front and back. So it's pretty handy. Got a spare tire mount on both of them, which I don't use because I don't want somebody to steal the tire while it's sitting on a job site. These are made by Texas Pride. Got the Texas Pride reflective tape on there, which is pretty cool. So far, I've been pretty happy with them. This unit right here, these are rated for 14,000 pounds gross. The trailer weighs like 4,100 empty, and the unit with the big sides, my last rental was a roof job, and they had right at 16,000 pounds of shingles in it. I pulled out a little bit. I got it down. It's like 13,200 weight that I dumped when I took it to the dump, and it dumped it just fine. Didn't hardly even slow it down. Pulled not so good, but I think that was partially just the way they had it loaded. It wasn't loaded super even, so it was bouncing down the road a little bit, but it got the job done, and it's not rated to do that, so I was pretty impressed. One thing that I have noticed that I'm not super happy with, and I'll show you why. The back on the taillights, they have great LED lights, but they're wide open right there where the plugs and everything go in the lights, and they just catch mud. If it's out here raining, they stay full of water. They're all the time full of dirt and stuff, getting kicked up at the dump. This one over here, I just dumped. You can see it's chock full. I got to get that cleaned out, washed out. So I'm gonna have to come up with some sort of a shield or something there to keep that wire protected. They also, let's see if I can raise one of these up real quick. Everything's in the toolbox. Comes with a nice battery charger, hydraulic pump, reservoir. As they pick up, each stage starts going a little bit faster as it maxes out the stages, and it lets down the same way. But you'll see under here, they just have the wiring attached to the outside of the frame, and I think it might be on this trailer. It's on the other trailer. I've already got some of this wiring coming loose that I'm gonna have to reattach and get reprotected. I may run a conduit or something underneath there and paint it to protect the wires down the road. Haven't really decided. I'll have to see how it holds up over time, but each one of these trailers has only been to the dump 2 or 3 times a piece. So if the wiring's coming loose that soon, I can see over time it's just not probably going to hold up. So the way I deliver these, I take it to the job site and leave it like a dumpster. So I disable it the best I can to prevent theft and the customer moving it around. So one thing I do, I take the hitch off. I've got it set up with quick release pins to where I just pop those out and the hitch comes right off. And I tell you what, I'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you. So the hitch comes off super easy. Pull these 2 cotter pins. Then just grab the hitch, pull the pins out, off it comes. I throw that in the toolbox of the truck, take it with me. Then I take the safety chains. Got these twisted up because they were dragging the ground. But I wrap those down through the tongue. Like that. And then I bring them up through the coupler. Try to turn these hooks around backwards. And I got a big padlock that I stick through here and through the holes. And it's kind of easy to cut that lock off, but if they want to throw another coupler on here to take it or to move it, that's one more thing they're going to have to fiddle with to get it to where they can hook it onto their truck. So after I take the hitch off, I'm using these wheel boots by Proven Industries to lock the wheels, to disable those. And I'll show you how that goes on right quick. It has a puck lock that goes on the outside. You pull that off. This spreads apart. It's got the bolts all on the inside. So once you lock this together on the wheel, you can't get to the bolts to take it apart. And the way they've got this made, this fits up behind your leaf spring. That's why it's got this little notch here and it's wider on the other side. Obviously I haven't tried it because these locks are like 350 bucks, 360 bucks a piece, something like that. But I asked Proven how long it would take to cut one of these off, and they told me they had a customer lost his keys one time and he burned up 2 grinders trying to cut it off his trailer. So I don't know what kind of grinders they were, but supposedly this is some really hard steel and it's kind of hard to cut through. But this just slips on your wheel, and they make them to fit specific sizes. That goes like that. Puck lock goes on, and your wheel's locked up. Now, of course, somebody can always jack this up, come in there, pull the wheel off. But there again, they're gonna have either had to have cased this out already, have a wheel with them, try to tow it on 3 wheels. They got to figure the coupler issue out. So it's just one more way to make it where somebody can't just hook up with it and go. One thing I will recommend if you decide to utilize this system, I've had two rentals where I've put the trailer in the yard, and if you're using this as a wheel chock, which it works really good, but the way this puck lock sits, if this puts weight to this and it pushes it down into the grass, you end up having to dig out to get your key in to get this unlocked. And the last one I had it on, it sunk down just enough, and they had my trailer way overloaded to where it compressed the springs out past where it usually does. I actually had to jack the trailer up, which thankfully I keep a bottle jack in the truck, but I actually had to jack up the trailer in order to get the spring with enough arch in it to get this arm past the spring to get my wheel chock off. If you're on a concrete driveway where this won't sink in the ground, no problem. But I think my next system, I'm going to actually double chalk with my rubber chocks and then put this either in between the wheels or on the other side as a third. So hopefully it won't have any pressure on it. It'll just be literally a disabling mechanism at that point. So now real quick, I'm gonna go over with what I carry with me in the truck. I learned with having multiple trailers, keep everything in the truck that you're gonna use. That trailer I've got the hitch bolted onto right now, but typically I have both hitches in the toolbox with the quick release pins, just in case. I keep my tarp tucked under the toolbox. That's a 10 by 18 mesh tarp. I keep a set of rubber chocks, and I keep a couple of wood ones just in case. A lot of bungees. I've got 32s and 42s just in case I need different lengths with the different side heights. They come in real handy. Toolbox of the truck. Got, of course, the work gloves. Cordless impact, which is worth its weight in gold. I also have a flip set. This fits my lugs, fits my just about every bolt on the trailer. Fits the spare tire mount, fits the coupler bolts, and it's pretty slick. I don't know if you guys have not seen these or have seen these, but this extension goes on your impact, and then each one of these sockets has two separate sizes on it, and then when you put the extension on there, it fits like so. And so you can, instead of carrying a full socket set, I just carry this 4-piece set. And I usually keep right now my tool bag is in my, but I usually keep a hand tool bag with pliers and different things like that. Under the tray, usually both my couplers sit there. Both of my locking wheel chocks sit there. I have a magnet for going around picking up. I scan the ground around the trailers before I pick them up, especially on roof jobs. Got a bottle jack, which has already come in very handy. Set of jumper cables, which I found out are not quite long enough to reach from the truck to the trailer while it's hooked up. In order to jump the trailer, I would have to disconnect. But being that these are in really good shape right now, I'm not too worried about that. I may end up doing a hardwire situation where I've got a jump hook up out the back. Keep this DeWalt tire inflator, which is very, very handy. It airs up tires pretty daggone quick for what it is. Got the DeWalt grease gun. Not really a necessity, but if I need to grease something on the job, I've got it. I keep 4, right now I just got the 3, but I keep 4 tie down straps, a tow strap. This is actually a tow ring off of a Volvo Semi, but it slides, this truck I use has a front receiver hitch in it, so I can slide that bad boy right into the receiver. And then I've got a tow ring that's rated, I can't remember, I think it's 25,000 pounds. I don't see it stamped on there, but if I remember right, that thing's rated for 25,000 pounds, which is about what this thing weighs if I'm grossed out, so that's good. I got a couple of shackles just in case, tow strap, and that pretty much covers all the necessities of what I need out on a job site in case I get something stuck or need to tie something down, or have to change a tire, something of that nature. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the walk around of my couple trailers here. If there's anything that you would like to know, feel free to ask a question down in the comments. Otherwise, y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time.